Tell me, Alexander, what is the most important virtue for a soldier?
Courage, of course.
Very well. But what happens if a brave warrior decides to abandon his formation and face the enemy's army all by himself?
He'd surely die.
Because bravery in excess does not turn that into an act of courage, rather a reckless act. And so the excess of courage is a vice and not a virtue. But what would happen to that same man if he decided to contain his courage and started to fear too much for his own life?
He'd be a coward.
Precisely. And that is why it is important to always find the middle point. And so, you will find balance.
Alexander had a profound admiration for Aristotle, and for years, he received the best education that a prince could have. Meanwhile, Philip achieved victory after victory, hence expanding the Macedonian Empire. Learning about his father's achievements in the field of battle, Alexander said, "My father is conquering everything in front of him. I'm afraid that nothing will be left for me to conquer when my time comes." Aristotle was aware of the young man's greatness and did the best he could to make him a wise and virtuous man. But Alexander was no longer a child. He was 16 years old, already a man, and his father called him to assume his responsibilities in Pella, the Macedonian capital.
Alexander went on to become one of the greatest military leaders in history, conquering vast territories and establishing an empire that spanned from Greece to India. It is believed that Aristotle's teaching played a role in Alexander's leadership style, as he was known for his interest in philosophy, science, and culture. And it is said that when Alexander chose his soldiers, he used physiognomy, and what we will learn now will play a part with it. And as I asked you before, I had a question for you. Who can spend longer time on his feet, or shorter time on his feet,